Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a book haul, and I've never done a book haul on my channel, but I've been really fascinated with the kind of book side of YouTube lately, so I decided I'd go ahead and give you guys a book haul. I love reading, I buy so many books every month, and thought maybe I could interest you guys in some of the books I'm checking out, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through. I have about 10 or so books, and I'm really excited about all of them. Some of them I have read, and there's a couple that I haven't read yet, and I'll just go through, tell you a little bit about each book, and also, just a forewarning that most of the books I read are new adult, contemporary romance type of books, stuff like that, so if that's not something you're interested in, you might not like these books, but keeping that in mind, here are the books that I've picked up recently. The first one is Jessica Sorensen's The Coincidence of Callie and Caden. Looks like this is such a good book. I read this like last week, I think. It was so amazing. It took me only a couple days to finish, and I absolutely loved the story. I just thought it was really well written, and the characters were really great. And just letting you guys know, there is a second book, The Redemption of Callie and Caden, and that is available on Nook, not available on book, like paperback yet. And it comes out in February, I think, and I want to wait till it comes out in that because I personally don't like reading Nooks. But this does end in a cliffhanger, so that's a warning. I really did like this book so much, and it was really a good read, so recommend it. The next book I have got is Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Mcguire. Now, I read this book last year, a long time ago, but I didn't actually have the book. I borrowed it from somebody, but I wanted the book because I wanted to reread it, and I just wanted it for my collection, plus the cover is absolutely beautiful. And this is probably one of my all-time favorite books. It's what got me into the new adult genre of books, and it's just incredible. Seriously, all that on the back happens like in this much of the book. Like, there's so much more to this book, and it's absolutely amazing. And if you look on Goodreads or really any new adult sites and stuff like that, they'll tell you this is one of the top selling new adult books. It's incredible. Next book I have is Rule, and it's one of the March Men novels, and it's by Jake Cronover. And there's 4 March Men novels, I believe, or at least there's 3 that are out now, and another one's coming out next year. But this was a really great book. Kind of one of those bad boy, good girl kind of situations, but it has a little bit of a twist to it, which I loved. The characters in this were insanely relatable and funny and witty and just amazing. I love Rule to death. I thought it was so great, and yeah, I really recommend it. The next book is called My Favorite Mistake by Chelsea Cameron. Looks like that. In this book, I read already, so I've read all of the ones I've showed you so far. This book's basically about this girl, and her name's Taylor, and Taylor is moving into her 2nd year of college with her 2 best friends, and they're living in this big dorm sort of thing, and it's for 4 people, and one of their friends backs out on the living arrangement, so they have one more spot open, and a guy shows up to their door saying that he's living with them. So there's this guy, Hunter, and basically he's just trouble, and Taylor doesn't want him living with her, so he makes this bet to her that if he can get her to fall in love with him or to hate him by the end of the semester, then he'll move out. So pretty interesting. And then there's like this big twist in it. Lots of stuff happening, but it's a really great read. It took me a couple days to finish. I liked it. It was good. I recommend this book, but it's not my favorite, but it was still pretty good. Next, I have the Slammed series. So I've got Slammed by Colleen Hoover, the series. Then I've got Point of Retreat, which is the 2nd book. And then I've got This Girl. So this is the Slammed series. It's amazing. I read this series in less than a week, basically. These books are so good. They interpret slam poetry, which is spoken word poetry, which is absolutely one of my favorite things ever. So I was so happy to find a book that kind of twists in some spoken word poetry. I thought that was super cool. And these books are they're so well written, and they're just so good. You get attached to the characters so bad. It's amazing. I loved it so much. I recommend the series to anybody because it was just great, and I have nothing else to say. It's just a great book. The next book is a Molly McAdams novel called From Ashes. Looks like that. I did read this one already as well. This one I picked up because I had read another Molly McAdams book called, I think, Taking Chances. Yeah, Taking Chances. And that one was alright. Like, it wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it to an extent. This one, I feel sort of the same with. Like, it was alright. The writing isn't my favorite. I thought the plot was sort of good. It's a little bit far-fetched. It's not 100% relatable, and it doesn't seem like it would really happen. But it was okay. Like, I really wouldn't recommend it to you, to be honest, but it was just, I read it in a couple days. Like, I was sick when I read this, I think, so I just kind of kept reading it, but I didn't think it was that great. The plot was a little confusing. It drags on too much. Molly McAdams novels tend to do that a little bit. I don't know. I feel bad actually coming out with a new book next year, so I don't know if I'm going to read that one or not, but you can look it up if you're interested, but I don't think it's that good. You can kind of see what it might be about from the picture on the cover, but if I was to read one of her books, it'd probably be the Taking Chances book, but yeah. I don't know. If you've read this, let me know. Okay, and another book I have is Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer, who's her daughter. Between the Lines. Jodi Picoult is a very popular author. This one I haven't read yet. This was in the young adult section, so I picked it up. I don't really know why. I don't think it looks that interesting to me anymore. It looked interesting to me, but I don't know. It's about this girl that, like, has this book that she reads or something like that, and it's like a fairy tale, but then it's actually real. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really know. If you were into Jodi Picoult novels, you might like this one. I don't know. I'll probably read it, but it has really gorgeous, like, pictures in there. Like, you see that? I don't know. I've seen this get good reviews, so I shouldn't, like, not read it if I bought it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. And the last book I have is super duper exciting. This is a book called Come to Me Quietly by A.L. Jackson. And this book actually isn't out yet. You can see up there it says Uncorrected Proofs for Limited Distribution, Not for Sale. This book comes out January 11th or 7th or something like that. This book's not out yet. I got this sent to me from Goodreads First Reads program. So it's to read and review. So I'm reading it right now. I'm on page 63, so not that far in yet, but I'm liking it so far, and it's actually really exciting because it's signed by A.L. Jackson, which is super duper exciting because signed books make my heart warm. So yeah, Come to Me Quietly. It's a new adult contemporary romance, you know, comes out next year. Super exciting stuff. I love this. It's a beautiful thing. It came in last night, so I started it today, and I'm really liking it. So super exciting to get to kind of read this before anybody else and review it and see the first works of it. So it's a really cool thing, and super excited that I got this sent to me. So thank you, Goodreads. So those are all of the books that I've gotten in November. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any books that you'd like to recommend me to read after seeing my taste in books, maybe yours is similar and you want to recommend me something, or tell me about the books that you read, we can talk about them, stuff like that. So I hope this has encouraged you guys to read or keep reading or try out some of the books I'm reading, something like that. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I know it's not a beauty video, but I might start incorporating, you know, books and other stuff into my channel. I hope that's alright. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!